to no gain.
Kill! You're good! Right forward, ready!
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Hey, left. 11. Monday.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. And out now come the Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
That one good for 33 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Sweat, hey.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hey, kill!
From the gun, it's Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
4 down, check. Here we go.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So he will step up here. We'll see. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Well, that second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Kill. Waiting. What's that?
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Ken's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
Kill. Ready. We're waiting.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Easy.
On 1st down, Breeze. Now he's forced out left, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
0-2. 11. Under. 21.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. and it's third down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brees going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gun.
Second down, Prescott. This one complete to Lacy. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go, get out.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go, 47. Gun. 26.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
36. Got it! 21.
So after the INT, it's Brees. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On play action, now Brees. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Here you go.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hustle.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go, 46. Sweat tonight.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Ginn. Whoosh. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Easy.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now a play fake. Breeze. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Austin. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Warning. Here we go. 46. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's into the clear. 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, check. Here you go. 26.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
46. 4 down. Check. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here we go, 46. 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now it's Ginn. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, young lady. Still kill.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, easy. Ready. Get set.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. We're good. Right forward, ready. Sammy. 12.
Throwing now is Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
46.
Prescott from the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play here for the Cowboys. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll try to get the offense going with Camaro. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Able to get away. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here and following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Gibb. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed. So
Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. A give to Elliott. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been